Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is an upcoming action-adventure game by Insomniac Games. It will serve as a sequel to 2018's Marvel's Spider-Man, and will tie in new villains, suits, and epic fights featuring Insomniac Games' signature slinky combat mechanics and web-based maneuvers. And, not to mention, a new and improved Big Apple, a fully explorable concrete jungle that will no doubt come preloaded with buckets of side activities and collectibles. Unfortunately, Insomniac Games has been rather cryptic about the sequel's actual plotline and extensive features. That said, we do know that Venom, voiced by Tony Todd, will be making a formal debut as the latest big bad wolf, so to speak. As for how Peter Parker will come to cross paths with the Tar-like villain remains unclear. Fact is, though, a variation of fresh underlying problems are in bloom, and it won't be long before Insomniac Games finally lift the veil on them. There's a notion that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 won't feature just the one hero but two, Peter and Miles. As shown in the game's announcement trailer, both superheroes will work alongside one another in the latest chapter, signaling that the sequel won't just be a single-player game, after all. If anything, it could be a co-op game, and one that would involve having to play alongside either an NPC or another player online. With both Peter and Miles' stories tied up in the previous two episodes, the sequel will now shift its focus onto new territories, areas in which new citywide issues and villains will come to light. This is where Venom, one of the comic's most notorious characters, will emerge from the shadows. As for who else will join the hunt for the established duo, remains unknown. Our guess is, though, that both Green Goblin and Kraven will also have some sort of say in the forthcoming episode, given both of their absences in the other entries. Whatever the case, Insomniac Games has said that it wishes to deliver a compelling human story, one full of heart and humor that dives deep into the people behind the mask, and so, if you're putting your hopes on anything, then put it on a story that's more personal, and more tailored towards Peter and Miles' lives outside of their joint superhero personas. We can't say for sure what the gameplay will entail yet. That said, the first game has managed to give us an idea of what to expect, so the foundations have, in ways, already been well and truly established. To this end, you can certainly expect to immerse in yet another open-world NYC, an unruly playground that will host a myriad of obstacles and challenges fit enough for a superhero to knuckle down on. There is, of course, the question of whether or not there will be two protagonists to switch between two. Should this be the case, then expect a gameplay style that runs in a similar vein to Grand Theft Auto V with separate tasks and side stories, all serving under one overarching narrative. It's been a long time coming, a sequel to one of the best PlayStation 4 exclusives of all time. And while the devs have been between projects since making the formal announcement back in 2021, the fact remains clear as day. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is on the horizon, and it'll be the homecoming every PS5 owner and their neighbors have yearned for since 2018. Or at least, that's what Insomniac Games is hoping for anyway. If we're going on what rumors have been saying, then we should be seeing old Peter Parker arrive at some point this forthcoming fall. September, according to a now-deleted tweet that was posted by Venom voice actor Tony Todd. But again, there's hardly any reason to throw all our eggs in one basket here. Truth is, we don't actually know when the sequel will release. Here's hoping, though, that Insomniac Games will make heads and tails of it sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, it's the same situation with the game's additions, in the fact that there aren't any to speak of as of yet. At present, the best you can do is add it to your wish list over on the PlayStation Store. Note that it won't be available on PS4, and will in fact be exclusive to PS5.